Hey guys, welcome back to another video in our AI video series. In past weeks, we saw some big announcements around AI Control Tower, which are powerful additions to AgilePoint's AI and machine learning toolkit to operationalize your organization's business processes using AI by handling non-deterministic scenarios using either human in the loop or autonomously. Today, we will look at Amazon SageMaker Lookup feature for eForms, which extends the AI and machine learning toolkit further by adding capability to invoke the same machine learning endpoints from the UI layer. This is useful for scenarios where you need to make use of predictive AI results on the app UI instantaneously. So without further wait, let's look at this feature in action. So I'm in my AgilePoint portal. I'll navigate to App Builder and I'm going to open the same form which you saw me use in the AI Control Tower demo. Now during the AI Control Tower demo, what you saw was the user came to this form, submitted the form, and then in the business process, the AI Control Tower came into picture where it connected to the AI inference service and the results told me whether the products in the cart are in high demand or under export control category, and then it rerouted the business process accordingly. In this case, we are going to stop the form submission itself if the product is in high demand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the subform order items and I'm going to add a new auto lookup over here. Drag and drop the auto lookup. Give it a name. Go to configure. Add a new lookup. I'm going to select Amazon SageMaker. Click next. Now in this case, I'm going to connect to an AI model which is going to do predictive analysis. In future, you will see image classification models being supported as well. I'm going to go ahead and click next. Select an access token to connect to your AWS SageMaker environment. We'll give this a name. Click next. Select the endpoint. Now the endpoint I'm interested in is this one. So I'm going to select that and it selects the target model on the AWS SageMaker side. I have only one model under that endpoint. That's why this is disabled. Next, it is going to ask me to select a content type. Now we are going to connect to the inference service on the AI side and it has various content types supported. One of them is CSV, another one is JSON. I'm going to stick to CSV content type in this demo. Click configure request mapping. Now unfortunately at this point of time, Amazon SageMaker does not have an auto discovery service where you can discover the input parameters automatically like in other machine learning services. So you have to contact your AI machine learning expert to know the names of the input parameters and specify them in the same order. I'm going to use the grid view mapping in this particular case. You could have created the whole mapping yourself and passed it in one single variable. Similarly, if you would have gone to JSON, I'm going to quickly show you the setup. It's suppose the variable. You can put in the payload, expected payload, and then load it in the schema mapper or specify it in the grid view. I'm going to do it in the CSV format. I'm going to quickly switch over to a notepad where I have the various parameters which needs to be passed, which have been provided by my AI developer. And then I can map it to the control values on my AgilePoint form. So VIP account is a field. I can map it. Now I can continue adding more parameters. I have 7 parameters in all in this particular model. I'm going to quickly just copy and paste from here itself. I'm going to pass an order item which is being ordered, the quantity which is being ordered, the value of the quantity, item category, We're going to hard code it to electrodes. The company deals with electrodes only. Total amount. And sales agent who is doing the sales. That was my request mapping. I will click on back button. In the response, I can either map the response to app schema or store the response in a variable. I'm going to map it to the app schema. So it is telling me on the left hand side, it is showing me the return results coming back from AWS SageMaker. It has a label, probability, and a score. And on the right hand side, what you see is the agile point schema. What I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to map a couple of nodes here. I'm going to store the label in the label node and probability in the probability node, which I have already created on my form as hidden fields. So once this is mapped, I'm going to go ahead and click finish. Now I'm going to specify when to execute this lookup. So I'm going to say when a specific field value changes, I want to trigger this whenever user selects the product name. So I'm going to select the product name over here. And because I want some downstream rules to be executed as well, which I'll show you in a minute, I'm going to say on lookup completion, trigger change event for all target controls. So whenever the value is retrieved back for the probability label and stored in another control, the rules for those control gets triggered. So I'm going to go ahead and click close. I'll close this out as well. So our configuration is done. As I mentioned, I have configured some rules. I have these two controls over here, and you see one of them has rules. I'm going to click on it, and the rule I have specified is if predicted label is equal to high demand and payment terms is greater than 60 days, 60, 90 or upon delivery, show a message that product selected is predicted to be in high demand, and you have to select a payment term which is less than 60 days and clear out the field so that user cannot continue with that selection. So I've already set up the rule as well. Let's quickly preview. I put an autofill button over here to save time. So as you can see right now, my payment terms is set to 60 days. I'm going to go to order items and select stainless steel electrodes. At this point of time, it connects back to that AI service and it is telling me product selected is predicted to be in high demand. Please set payment terms to less than 60 days before adding this product to the order. And it will clear out that value as well. So I'll go back. I'll select it to say 30 days. Go to order items again. Select stainless steel. And this time it does allow me to select stainless steel and go ahead with the order. So as you can see in the demo, now we can invoke the AI models hosted in AWS SageMaker directly from our UI as well. Thanks a lot for your time.